get 2 different varieties. Hey y'all, Amy here. Welcome back to Misty Dome Farm. We're gonna start today in the kitchen. I'm whipping up a batch of Rocky Road cookies and I thought I would bring y'all along with me, show you how I make those, and then later we'll go out and see the animals. All right, so the first thing that you wanna do is preheat your oven. I did mine at 400. Now, usually this would be like 425 or 450. My oven runs really hot, so I did it at 400. And then while that's preheating, I have 1 cup of cold butter that I've cut into cubes that I'm going to put in the mixer here. And then I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. I use an organic cane sugar, or use whatever. And then I've got 1 cup of brown sugar. So we're going to put that in here and we're going to let that whip together for like 4 minutes. Okay, now that that's all whipped and creamy, we're going to add 2 large eggs and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're going to beat that for another minute. All right, now with the beater set on low, we are going to add 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, don't make a mess. We are going to add 3/4 cup of cornstarch, we're also going to add 3/4 cup of baking soda, and we're going to add 2.5 cups of flour. Alright, once you've got that all mixed in, we're going to take it off and then we're going to fold in our other ingredients. Okay, so now comes the hard part. We're going to fold in all the other stuff. I have a cup of coconut, unsweetened coconut flakes. I have a 1.5 cups of dark chocolate chips. I have 1 cup of walnuts. And I'm gonna do probably 2 cups worth of marshmallows. We're gonna fold all this in. Now we're going to roll these into the balls, place them on our parchment paper, and bake for 9 to 11 minutes. Okay, y'all, you want to let them set for about 10 minutes, and then once they set, you're going to carefully remove them, put them on a rack, and let them fully cool. Alright y'all, we're outside now. I'm going to show you a couple of things that we've been doing. One of the things that I did was I moved all my seedlings outside into this outside shed. We don't have any more freezes at night. I think the lowest we've got is one night that's supposed to be like 45. But with all the freezers and things that run in here, it doesn't get that cold. So This is an old bookshelf that my friend Miriam gave me, and so I just popped the back off and I just stuck it here. I tied it to another shelf so that like it wouldn't go side to side like that, and I stuck my seedlings on it so that they can get sun, morning sun that comes in this side, evening sun that comes in the back side, and so they're out here now. And y'all, they're not doing as well as I would like. Okay, they're suffering a little bit, and I'm not exactly sure why. They're a little yellow, they're a little stunted, they're a little not at the point where they should be by now. So I don't know what's going on with them, but I fed them. They were in potting soil with an organic potting soil with some plant food to start with, and I have fertilized them with a fish emulsion fertilizer. I did that the day before I moved them out. That's actually one of the reasons they needed to be moved out, is because they were making my house smell like dead fish. And so, yeah, they had to go out. I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't know how bad it was going to be. And I knew I had to fertilize them. They really needed it. And I was waiting until I moved them out here. And I've been waiting for the coldest of the cold to go past so they can move them out here. And now here we are, and my house doesn't stink, and hopefully they're gonna take off and do great. I see that big old tom turkey out there. He's got a couple of ladies. Cal's gonna mess with him. Alright y'all, I know the wind is bad, but these are my carrots, and they are doing so great. Now I've got these that are a little bit smaller over here. These are two different varieties. This is a purple carrot and this is an orange carrot, but they are doing so great, and I'm so excited. I love carrots. I can't wait for them to be ready. Alright, we're outside now, and this is one of my speckled Sussex. There's Happy right there. And I've got more girls here. So, it's really windy. I hope you can hear me. Probably walk inside the barn. Okay, we've stepped into this barn area here. I don't know if the wind noise is going to be any better, but we're in here. So, this past fall and winter, I had all my chickens free ranging except for the ones that were in the chicken tractors. That's typically what I do, is I let my chickens free range, and then in the spring and the summer they get put up. Now, I have always had multiple small chickens that just fit right through field fences, and so in the summer and in the spring and summer, I have to put them up. Now, our chicken tractors are great because it allows for pasture raised eggs. They're on grass, they're on pasture, they get bugs and everything, they get moved daily, and they're still confined where they can't get out and get my gardens. Now, I don't have enough chicken tractors for all my chickens, and I now have more chickens than I had before, and they were all in the chicken coop pen over there. How many do I have over there? I don't even know how many chickens I have, y'all. I really don't know. Well over a dozen were over there, but it was just, I would give them pick grass and clover for them every day, but it wasn't ideal. Now, I have chickens that are, for the most part, large now and won't fit through field fence. In the past, I've had smaller breeds of chickens that just slip right through the field fence, and so they had to stay confined in the chicken wire. But I've gotten everything organized to where all my smaller chickens are now on chicken tractors, and all my big chickens are the ones in here. Not all of them. There's a few big chickens. Most of them were in this pen, like my Brahmas and things, and Jersey Giants and speckled Sussex. I've got my Easter eggers out in chicken tractors. I've got my bantams out in chicken tractors, my Polish, all of the ones that are slightly smaller are all out in chicken tractors. So they can't fit through the field fence. And so yesterday, Abby and I came out here, and Annabelle, my goodness, we clipped wings. Abby and I, well, she would hold them for me and I would clip their wings. I only did one side. And if you'll clip just the outer layer of the wing of feathers, it throws them off balance and they can't fly over fences, which was an issue that I was having, was chickens flying out and over. So now all of the chickens have a clipped wing, which, yeah, and they're able to be out. So I open the little outside gate for the little chicken run, and they come out and they free range, which is ideal because at night I will be able to throw scratch in there and get them to go back in, and I'll just shut the gate, and in the morning I'll let them back out again. And during the day they can have this whole goat area, and I only have 2 goats over here, Willow and Annabelle, and I have Pearl over here. And so there's not a lot of risk at all for them getting trampled or anything. They stay out of the way. They are able to clean up after the goats somewhat. It keeps the worm count down, especially when you're in a smaller area, to be able to run chickens with your goats and pigs. So that's something that I wanted to do, and that's why I kept at least one chicken free ranging over here. First it was Bob Ross and Pickles, and now it is, and then it was Black Eyed Susie, and now it's all of them. Which, by the way, y'all, Black Eyed Susie is doing great. That was Charles. He flew up here and didn't know I was over here, I don't think. But Black Eyed Susie is doing just fine with the rest. When I put all the rest up at night, I let her stay out because she's special and she gets to stay out. I know what I Miss Pearl. I'm doing, ma'am. She is doing so good. Sissy's doing so good. Doing so good. Thanks for hanging out with me today, y'all. Until next time, keep on the sunny side.